Hell yeah. Looks like I'm live. Unfortunately, Serum 2 has a strange note stealing glitch in Reason. And yeah, so I'm using Reaper. I haven't actually used it on this computer yet properly. I've loaded some of my configuration files and I'm just checking it out for the first time now. Going to chuck this in there. Cool. Reckon I could scale it down a little bit. I'm really impressed with how familiar it all feels. Like it still feels like Serum. And where things have been moved, they're still easy to find. One thing it took me a while to find, I noticed first in the mod destinations that swing is a destination. So I went looking for swing in the global section. I looked for it in here, looked for it in here, thought it might be here somewhere. It's over here. So that's pretty cool. You can actually set a key and a swing, and you can create clips. Kind of looks like a hybrid of Ableton with FL colors. So yeah, if I engage the arpeggiator, it's pretty cool that there's now an arpeggiator. Where's gate? I saw it yesterday. So let's say I make it shift up 2 semitones. So I hold one note, it plays 2 notes. Ranges will tell you if you hover over it how many times the pattern is transposed by shift. So now it's a major third. And if I play a chord, kind of atonal, because it's moving each note that I play up 2 semitones, but we can lock it to a scale. So let's go. Looks like I'm pressing F minor. And now pretty interesting little arpeggiator. We've also got, can do it as played. Getting some triplety trance vibes there. And yeah, swing is down here. And then this clip view, it's showing our root note now that we've set a scale, which is pretty cool. I'm curious if we can play outside the scale. We can. So it just highlights the root note. Or actually, it's highlighting the notes of the scale. That's really cool. And then you can play the clip down here. It's kind of like Ableton. I think there's a key switching. Trying to see what. Ah, there we go. Not sure how you trigger a stop though. It says play all stop, but if I press it again, it doesn't stop. So I don't know how that works. Maybe there's a setting for how that behaves here somewhere. Span mode selects whether it's triggered by MIDI notes. Mono and poly will play the clip transposed according to the played note. Oh, sick. So you could write a chord in here and then have it transposed. Let's try that. I'm going to turn off the ARP. And keyboard mode. Let's go mono. Okay, it plays the whole thing. Be nice if there were more settings for how that behaves. Cool. You have a pendulum and stuff. That's pretty cool. See what it says about the slot time. One shot. That might be what I was looking for. Cool, it's keeping it in the scale still, which is interesting. But yeah, it's now doing it one shot, which is cool. And okay, we can make it a different BPM or a different rate. Launch quantize, we could set to 0. So that's cool. Now, velocity trigger, note gate. That's interesting. So now it's triggering retrig. That's what I was looking for. This could be really interesting. Oh, I just realized there was a MIDI out option. So I could actually record this into a new track, me jamming along, and then I'd have the notes in a new clip in Reaper or Ableton. I believe you can also drag out the clip like this. No? I think there's a way. I'm sure I saw a way. There we go. There we go. It sounds weird because it's triggering itself. But yeah, that's really cool that it can do that. It's even responding to velocity. This was really well thought out. I thought it was an afterthought when I saw people jamming with it on streams or, yeah, on YouTube. But it actually looks quite well thought out. Hearing some crackles, but the CPU usage doesn't look too bad so far. What the heck? Diffuser. Oh, that's like disperser, I think. Like a, what do they call that? An all-pass filter. Yeah, definitely has that dispersory vibe. Oops, I'm probably blasting you guys. My volume should be lower. Prompt to save. I'm just going to say save all, so I don't get that pop up every time. And I also need a pre-count. Say 1 bar. That could be interesting. Needs a very strong quantize. My latency is a little high. And Let's go. It's fine to have some feeling in there. It's so interesting because it's in a scale. Cycle needs to be turned on. Really cool that they've split these effects up into lanes and things, kind of like phase plant. It's interesting, the audio just stops when I press stop. I'm not sure if that's a Reaper setting that I forgot about or if it's something in this plugin. I guess there's a way to test it. Let's add like a delay or something. Yeah. So it doesn't seem to be a Reaper thing. It seems to be a Serum thing. I guess we could just preview it with the freaking keyboard. Ah, here we go. Whoa. That's sick. Whoa. Interesting filters. Laptop charger just went onto battery. This laptop has a super dodgy power socket. Pretty nice delay, reverb. Let's see what else we can mess with. Wait. Oscillators can be mod sources. That could be interesting. Let's try. Let's see if resetting the phases affects this. That is pretty nuts, I have to say. Let's check out the spectral oscillator. Ah, forgot my shortcuts, my old shortcuts. CPU usage hasn't been too bad thus far. I'm looking down here, by the way. Oh, wow. Just trying to see if it's the same key. Holy crap. So apparently the FM in Serum 1 was actually phase distortion, so this will be more accurate to old Serum. Pretty interesting. The FM sounds super different. On this use case anyway. Wow. Masking. Now that sounds interesting. Snap to beat, snap to loop. Marker automation. Zoom to start and end. Normalize. Auto slicing. Jeez. We are going to be discovering stuff about this plugin for weeks. I mean, I've already seen some things, man. Holy moly. Play single slice? Whoa, man. Oh my goodness. Can we make it bigger? Embeds the sample. Yes, I've always wanted that. I don't have to worry about where my samples are stored. I'd rather just have them in the project file. That is a sick feature. So what I was wondering, okay, so masking. I forgot it's actually affecting itself in a weird way. Masking from C. What I thought it might do is reduce it to the pitch that you're playing. Oh, that does more. What are these other options? It'll be interesting to put tonal stuff in here. I'm sure a lot of the stuff is for tonal sounds. I'm just curious. Vocode. Let's see what that does. That's kind of more what I was going for. Now, if we could make it smear, it would be interesting. Robo ties. I missed that. That might also do what I'm trying to do. Not hearing that. Spectral gating, man, that looks so trippy. I really hope they eventually give you a big view of this. It's like, this should be expanded. Waveform display. Oh, damn. Okay. Interesting. Ah, we're on battery. I'm wondering if there's a way to smear. Let's try the smear one. Spread, maybe? Yeah, that is kind of what I was going for. It's just not very loud. So I'm guessing there's a way to have this sync to the BPM. Sample length to BPM. Wow. Still an interesting texture. Oh, there's loop points at the end, I see. Ah, there we go. I think it might be 4 bars, 8 bars. Four bars. Good morning, Nod was 1. Messing around with Serum 2. Loaded a drum loop into the spectral oscillator, and I found you can vocode it with another oscillator, so vocoding from oscillator C. Found that, and now we're hearing nothing. Something strange is going on. Now I'm not showing the sample. Let's just pull one in again. What have I done? Well, I guess, oh, there's an undo. Okay, there's a zoom. So that's the drum loop through the spectral system. And I can sync it to beats and bars, which is pretty cool. Try another one. Could be interesting. Ah, that's interesting. Wow. That is pretty much everything I could have expected. Hey, cool, man. No problem. Blocking the spammer. Wow, man, there's endless possibilities with this. Now that's chowing some CPU, though. Let's take off the unison, if I haven't already. No, I haven't. Whoa. The spectral engine reminds me of the one in Grain in Reason, but it sounds a little bit nicer to my ear. You can still kind of hear it's spectral. It has like its own distinct sound. there's more options on Unison. I was wondering where they had all gone, so it's obviously not in the spectral engine. So that's the dry sound. So the key was actually set to F minor, but for some reason sounds better on what is that? B flat. So I'm gonna go B flat minor in here. Okay, so that chord sounds slightly different now. Yeah, so I discovered that you can trigger this sequencer and have it re-trigger every time you press the note. You can turn off launch quantize, because by default it kind of worked like Ableton, and it's also responding to velocity. Damn, didn't even think about that. There's velocity in here. and the swing is down here. So yeah, pretty nuts. I've noticed not all my configurations are copied across. I didn't want to copy all the like files. If I go into resource path, so I copied Reaper keyboard, Reaper mouse, FX folders, and then my track templates, project templates, media database I did earlier as well, effects chains, and media database I just went in and did a find and replace because it's a different computer. All my samples are in a different place, so I went and edited that. And yeah, that is kind of all I've done. Otherwise, this was a blank install. Oh, and I installed SWS extensions, and I went to resources and added my blank instrument template as a resource, because then in the action list, I have this create MIDI take lane, which is just import tracks from track template slot 1. So that's the SWS resource thing. It pulls from whatever I've loaded in slot 1. And then I have a keyboard shortcut that does that. And it also puts it in the same folder as the previous track. Because I found if I was in a folder, it kept putting things outside the folder. So, yeah. It's a really simple little macro, and I use it all the time. There's one plugin that I'm missing on this machine. I was using it to notch out aftertouch because I didn't want it recording, and it's on the input effects chain, which I reach by right-clicking the record button and going track input effects, and here it is. So what that means is it records without aftertouch when that plugin is there, which I obviously didn't copy over that folder. I'll go and look for it later. Yeah. Oh, and I also copied across from the Reaper folder my themes. And this one is just instrument. some slight modifications. The original instrument looks like that. Which actually, I feel like the grid lines look more intense on this laptop. I mean, on this particular system for some reason. Ooh. Interesting. So yeah, some of my settings haven't come across, obviously. I didn't do a full import of everything. What I should also check is where my peaks are going. Whenever I click on a sample, it's probably creating a peaks folder somewhere, or a repeaks file. Yeah, let's do that. Do we want it in temp? Don't know about that. I'm just going to go documents, peaks, sure. Pretty sure I had a sample in my documents folder at some point, so that path was just made by default. Store all in alternate path. I don't like to have those peaks littered everywhere. And can also give a default path to save new projects, documents, projects. Render path, recording path. Pretty sure that just goes into Documents Reaper by default. I'm stand corrected. The other thing, no, I think it's behaving. Yeah. No, it's not. That bothers me. So if my play cursor's there and I try and zoom in here, it zooms for a moment and then jumps to where the play head is, which I find incredibly annoying. So that is, where is that? Scroll behavior. Here, mouse wheel targets. Window under cursor. That isn't the one. Let's do this as well. Can always do a search if I don't find it. Ah, here we go. It's under appearance. Is it? Yeah, vertical zoom center. That's kind of unintuitive if you ask me, having it under appearance. Vertical zoom center. Vertical zoom center. Sure. Track at center view. Oh, I see. At view center. Interesting. Yeah, that should be okay, I think. This is the one that bothers me. It says edit or play cursor. So it suddenly jumps to the cursor instead of just being wherever I'm trying to zoom. So let's do it at mouse cursor. So now, yeah, wherever I mouse wheel, is it where it goes? So let's see what else we can do. I did notice that there are some drum kits, and I also noticed that Nerve is no longer on the Xfer website. I always kind of liked Nerve. I was tempted to buy it at some point. I think I've gone into the wrong place. Yep. Drum kit. Some morning spam. Again, this view feels like it could be way bigger. I'm sure they'll make an oscillator view type thing. Ooh, what have I just discovered? Envelope override. Interesting. Yeah, there's some chords. Man, the CPU usage is not great on that one. Hey, we can just choose our key. I'm not particularly blown away. They're very cool demonstrations of what it can do. Let's check out the loops. I haven't actually checked these yet. You can automate stuff in here too. That is sick. Damn. What was that? Rip. Ah, we're on battery again. It's a freaking laptop charger. We were on battery. Okay, let's move along. I literally spent 40 minutes trying to get the charger plugged in once. Whew, charging. Good lord. So yeah, you can do key splits. And it's on and off the charge. We're almost dead. Well, it might be the end of the stream. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just going to head off. Ooh. All right. It's charging. Oh my god. Yeah, I could use a MagSafe right now. This thing is very much messed up. So I've got two laptops and neither of them are 100% at the moment. It's kind of a pain. So it feels like they're definitely going in the sort of workstation direction with some of these presets. And we're back on battery. Says it's charging. I've had enough. I think I can stretch to afford to fix this month. Maybe they can look at my other machine while they're at it. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood. Need to go and touch grass. This is frustrating.